What's going on, Capricorn? Welcome to your weekly forecast for the week of December 21st through the 27th of 2020. Happy birthday, early degree Capricorns. It's a big week. You know it. Jupiter and Saturn are in Aquarius now. They're conjuncting. This is closing a 200-year cycle. It's closing a 20-year cycle. More importantly, this is two major energies that are finally out of your first house, which have really rewritten your identity and who you are and how you want to move forward in life. And here we are, Jupiter and Saturn in your second. So not only now have you found who you want to be, or have you gone through that kind of work of an identity shift of like stepping into your own personal freedom and embodiment, but now you got to build your values based around it. Now you really have to create from that space of what you can have based on who you are. And it's a big time. I'm pretty stoked. I'm a Capricorn myself, and I think this is a beautiful transit for Capricorns. I think that it brings up money, and it brings up, creating and building something amazing for yourself. So it's just time to make it happen. Like you have like sort of this upgrade of an identity, and what are you going to create for yourself? And are you going to value yourself a lot? These are the two biggest energies in the zodiac, in our galaxy even. Jupiter and Saturn, two biggest planets. So I think there's a lot. You can build whatever you want. You can have whatever you want if you're in your truth, if you're in your own freedom, your own sovereign place, and if you're willing to go there. And then, of course, you get the sun in your first house, so it's definitely go time. It's go time for what you really, truly desire and what you want to make happen. And I think you know it with Mercury there. You just got to go get it and build it. If you build it, it will come. Caps. And then, this is closing that last 20-year cycle, which was in your fifth house of Taurus with Jupiter and Saturn. So it's like the last 20 years at some point, whether it happened recently or earlier, like you had to find your heart and you had to find out how to be courageous and passionate for what you want and to put it out there. And now it's time to build from that identity of love and that identity of knowing who you really are and make it happen and create from that space. So that sun is also going to start off the week with a first quarter square to the moon in your fourth house. I think, it's getting your inner world and your home life in check, making sure that like you are ready within yourself to go after the greatness that you can build in life and have that ultimate value, even if it's not material right away. It's just the value of yourself to know that you can create it. And with Chiron there, you just have to make sure that you trust your inner world, and it can bring up family issues and weird home stuff coming up with that square in the fourth house. But more than anything, I would say if that stuff doesn't manifest, it's really just trying for you to unlock that key to the inner world that's going to bring you the value, that's going to bring you that ultimate connection and bring you that intuition and that inner knowing of like being able to trust your gut. And Mars in the fourth too, it wants you to act on your gut, which is a hard thing to do sometimes. Mars in the fourth is not the easiest place. So it's definitely, what do I act on? Some things don't, does it feel right? It's almost like you have to feel it before you can just act on it, which can be difficult. And that Mars is going to square Pluto in your first house. So I would say overall, like your inner world, your identity, there's definitely like, am I going after something that's going to emotionally give me the drive to keep going? And does it connect with me on the deepest of levels of who I truly am and what I want to build in life? So it's definitely, it's not like the easiest first week into Capricorn season, but I think that this energy is really going to help Capricorns out a lot when it comes to just knowing that you can create what you want to create and you can have what you want to have and you can manifest, but you have to manifest from knowing your empowerment and trusting your gut. And then we have Neptune in your third house squaring the nodes. So that's a big deal. That's still around. And I think that, it's like being able to communicate, put your voice out there and just the ability to take in information. And it's still that choice of like, well, Do I go build something with the sixth house and with all this energy? Yes. You have to build from a place of your values and put the little things in step by step to get that done. And it's not really time to just sit and meditate on it. With the South Node in the 12th house here, like, you kind of just have to go make it happen and put in the work, get the routines in line to have the values that you want to have. Like, you're in a creation point right now. Like, you are creating the physical world that you want, and sitting back and not doing anything isn't going to help. But with Venus there in the 12th house, the vision of the value of what you can have and what you can create is everything. So use that to your benefit to make it happen for yourself. And don't be delusioned, if you will, by voicing what you want. I think that, or don't be delusioned by information, especially. Like, if information's coming in, you kind of got to sort through it and find the facts, and definitely analyze too with the sixth house. So there's a lot with the mind, and I think that you can lose yourself mentally, and it could be a stressful place, but only if you don't have that value, only if you don't have that inner connection. If you're putting, too many walls up with your intuition or with your emotions, you need to let them flow and act on them, and make sure that you're ready to build right now. I think that it's so important that you go after what you want. It's going to make you feel good and ultimately make you feel empowered and valued by yourself. Card is, oh wow, the 10 of coins. That's a great card. It's time to build the ultimate castle. It's time to build the ultimate home. It's time to make your values come true. And it is the vision. It is the work that you have to put in. And it might not happen overnight, but it's like, this is the time. Like, you have your truth. You have your identity now. You got to step into it, and you can really have the ultimate everything in life. It might not happen overnight, but this is like a 20-year cycle. So the next 20 years are about getting you to the complete manifestation, fulfillment of everything that you can have. So it's time to build now. I love you, Capricorn. I will catch you next time. I hope you have a great week. Peace.